Welcome to Carmen's Australian Storytime. It is coming up to Harmony Day, and Harmony Day is when we celebrate Australia in harmony with all the other cultures that now make up Australia. Our First Nations people, and then everybody else who has come and settled here over the years. And the harmony that we have, learning to get along with each other, because sometimes we have to be respectful of other people's culture and take a step back and let them come forward. Today I thought I'd go to America because I haven't done one yet over there and talk about, read a fun story actually called Hiawatha. And I was interested in Hiawatha because I've heard that name a lot over the years. So I did some research, and it turns out Hiawatha was actually a legendary chief, and he was born in the Onondaga tribe, and he was claimed by the Mohawk tribe. And so he grew up looking after all the Native Americans and fighting for their rights. And he was a very important leader in the tribe. And I'm reading a Disney book, it's still a golden book, but it's actually a Walt Disney one. I love Disney art. If I ever see Disney books, I will always choose them and golden books because I love them so much. No blurb on the back, but let's see what Hiawatha gets up to. Pretty sure this is not the chief leader. I'm pretty sure this is Hiawatha when he was little. Let's see what this book's about. Look at that cute drawing. This is why I love golden books. In the far-off Indian country lived a boy called Hiawatha. More than anything else, Hiawatha wanted to learn to become a great hunter. I want a canoe that small. One day, Hiawatha paddled his canoe across a shining lake until he came to a green island. Eagerly, Hiawatha looked at the animals around him. There were squirrels, birds, beavers, rabbits, and even a fawn to stalk. Hiawatha aimed his arrow at a little rabbit, but before he could shoot, the laughing animals had scampered away and were safe in their holes. Yeah, see, hunting is not very easy. But look how cute the animals are. I don't want you to hunt them, Hiawatha. Hiawatha was turning to go when he saw strange tracks on the ground. Quickly he bent down to study them. He was sure he had never seen them before, and his heart beat high. Perhaps I have found a new kind of animal, he thought. I love when you find tracks and you get to follow them in the ground. Sometimes that happens down at the beach. I see ibis tracks and seagull tracks. Suddenly, a shrill whiting startled him. Before him, rubbing its wings together, stood a giant cricket. Have you ever seen a cricket that big? Me either. This was the new kind of animal Hiawatha had found. Speechless, Hiawatha stared at the cricket's great orange eyes. Then, with a yelp, Hiawatha fled. Oh, I don't know if that's what great hunters do, is it? Running away from crickets? Of course, many little eyes had watched Hiawatha's flight, squealing and chirping with laughter. The fastest animals popped out of their holes. Hiawatha is afraid of a cricket, they cried. Shame-faced Hiawatha stopped running, but the little animals would not stop laughing. Afraid of a cricket, a little rabbit choked. Grabbing his bow and arrow, Hiawatha chased the rabbit. The rabbit ran and dodged among the great tree trunks, but at last Hiawatha cornered him. He aimed his arrow. Oh, I don't think the little rabbit's laughing now. Looks dangerous. Oh, but look how cute he is. Trembling, the rabbit sat up and begged for mercy. In spite of himself, Hiawatha was touched. Yeah, you see, this is the thing. They're too cute. All right, he said crossly. Shoo, scat, you won't get off so easily again. The rabbit ran off, and immediately Hiawatha was surrounded by joyful, grateful animals. They'd seen the whole thing, and now they want to be his friend. This is turning into a pretty good book, because I was worried he might be going to kill them. Seeing how friendly they were, Hiawatha made a resolution. What do you think a resolution is? If you resolve to do something, you make a decision that you're going to do it no matter what. He made a resolution he would never hunt them again. He took his bow and arrow and smashed them across his knee. Since he no longer wanted to be a hunter, Hiawatha decided to become an explorer. Oh, I like this. He started off to explore the islands and soon found great paw marks on the ground. Okay, maybe I don't like this. What do you think makes these great big paw marks? Something quite scary and big, I think. Creeping forward quietly, Hiawatha followed the mysterious paw marks. Suddenly, there he was, face to face with a bear cub hidden behind a rock. Okay, I'm looking at the bear's paws and I'm looking at these paws. Do you think it's the same bear? Let's see. The cub squealed with fright and dashed off as fast as his shaggy little legs could carry him. Hiawatha ran after him. He did not understand why the cub should be frightened. "Stay and play with me," he shouted. "Stay and play with me." But the cub would not listen to Hiawatha. He headed for his cave with Hiawatha close behind. Now, I know a little bit about bears. And where do you think this cub is running to? Can you make a prediction what's about to happen? Yeah, I think you may be right. Suddenly, Hiawatha made a pounce. He felt something shaggy. "Got you," he laughed and wrapped his arms tightly round the squirming cub. But then a terrible roar shook the forest. That was no cub. That was the mother bear he had caught. Terrible mistake to make, Hiawatha. Again, the chase started. Hiawatha fled, panic-stricken, from the roaring mother bear. Oh boy, he's in trouble now. Fortunately, Hiawatha's new forest friends saw his danger. The beavers pounded out an SOS with their beaver tails. I didn't know they could do that, did you? The first to answer were the weasels. "Quick, this way," they urged Hiawatha. He fled past them, and behind him they spread out a trap of vines for the furious mother bear. Now, she is pretty steamed. Never touch a baby with a big mama like that close behind. Then the friendly beavers took over. At a riverbank, Hiawatha dashed out on a tree trunk. The beavers ferried him across. The mother bear hesitated a moment. They don't love water. They will go in water to get their fish, but they don't love it. She hesitated for a moment. That means hesitate is when you stop just for a little bit at the cold water. But then she too plunged in and crossed over. Oh boy. Pretty angry if she's going to cross over the river. When he had crossed the river, Hiawatha climbed a tree. Unfortunately, the bear climbed right after him. Oh no. Bear is pretty steamed because bears don't even really like climbing trees because it's pretty easy getting up with their claws. I don't know about the getting down bit. Hiawatha would have been caught had not the squirrels helped him down. Quickly, they set him in a harness, hitched to the fawn, and pressed the reins into his hand. "Giddy up," they shouted, and Hiawatha was off. Pretty fortunate he made friends with all of the animals, right? By Fawn Express, Hiawatha was carried swiftly through the forest. Soon the growls of the bear faded out behind him, and he knew he was safe. When they came to the lake, Hiawatha climbed into his canoe. Goodbye, he called to all his new forest friends. I'll be back soon. So it scared him, but it didn't stop him from wanting to go back. He's pretty brave, right? And that's probably why he became such a great chief and a great leader. Well, I hope you have a fantastic Harmony Day. I don't know what you're going to get up to in our class. I've got my art leaders. Now, one of my art leaders, she's got New Zealand background, so we are making what's called poi pois, which are pom-poms with ribbon and plaits on the end that they dance to in New Zealand. And then one of my other students is from, where did she say? It's not Mexico. It's somewhere close to Mexico. But we went with Mexico because she wants to do face painting moustaches on people. So that's what she's doing. And then my other art leader has First Nations background. So she decided she would like to do some dot painting. So they're going to have a go at some dot painting on some boards and try and do lots of animals. I should really take a little video and see how it goes, right? Maybe I'll try and do that this year. See how I go, because I get so busy and I forget all the time. Thank you for joining me on Carmen's Australian Storytime. Happy Harmony Day wherever you come from and whoever you are. I hope you all have a harmonious day together. Bye for now.